We're here today with Mary Weisgerber, owner of Little Slice of Heaven. Mary, tell us how your business started.
Well, I used to make cheesecakes out of my house for 16 years, and then one day some people said to me, you should think about opening up a store. A lot of my customers that purchase from me in my house, and then I met a realtor and I said, or my friend got a real estate license, and I said, why don't you find me a building to open up a cheesecake shop? And she said, okay, I'll do that. And then I went home from yoga and I said to my husband, I think I'm going to open up a cheesecake shop. And he said, okay. And so it took us a year to find a building. And then we opened our doors, and it's all been great ever since.
What makes your business unique?
Well, we are the only cheesecake shop around. We're the only one in town that serves non-frozen cheesecake. We do cupcake-sized cheesecakes. We do bite-sized cheesecakes. We do an assortment of 6-inch, 8-inch, 9-inch, 12-inch. We do cheesecakes in any shape you can think of, and we do them in about 65 flavors. And we do get requests for flavors all the time, and we're more than happy to figure out how to make it.
What are your best-selling items?
If we're going to go into the cheesecake, I can tell you the top 4 flavors are white chocolate raspberry, a buckeye cheesecake, a turtle cheesecake, and then a cherry or a cherry crumb. The next best-selling items are our cinnamon rolls, which we only make on Fridays and Saturdays, but we make them fresh each week. And then we do a chocolate-covered cherry, which was my grandma's recipe, and my husband has mastered it. And we do regular chocolate-covered cherries, and then we do bourbon-soaked chocolate-covered cherries, and the bourbon ones, they soak in the bourbon for 60 days before we wrap them. We make a halo, which probably 6 years ago when Twinkie went out of business, I used to make these for my kids, and we thought, well, why not try those down at the store? And then we had a naming contest, and so some lady named them Halos, which I thought was a pretty cute name because they are round. And we thought we would stop when Twinkie came back in business, but we sell so many of those that they have remained a staple also.
How has the store evolved since you've opened?
Well, I had 2 ovens when I first started, and then we added 2 more. And then we had to do a remodel back in the kitchen because it just kept getting busier and busier all the time. And so then we bought a big commercial oven because I finally believed that customers were going to keep coming in, which was always my biggest fear, that what if nobody comes in tomorrow or the next day or the next day. And it probably took me 6 years to get over that. And so we have grown, and we do events all over the state. We do weddings all over the state. We've done them down in Columbus. We've done them over in Akron. And we'll do anything that they want. We do bite size. We do cupcake size. We do special order, that if the bride has a certain thing in mind because she wants it to be really special, if she comes up with the idea, we can do it. We can color a cheesecake for anything. Like we've done it for Defiance College where we color them purple and gold. We do reveal cheesecakes. You know, we can put raspberry or blueberry on the inside so when they cut it open they can find out if it's a boy or a girl. So things that I never thought that we would ever do, people come in and say, can you? Yes, I can. So it's amazing how I can come up with things when I need to.
What rewards program do you offer your customers?
We call it the 25 Flavors of Heaven, and these cards that are in our wall, you get your card, you put your name on it, and you do your own artwork on it, and I can explain that some other time. But you put it in our wall and it stays there. We don't touch it at all. And every time you come in, you take it down, and after you try 25 different flavors of cheesecake, you earn the t-shirt, A Little Slice of Heaven, Best Cheesecake on Planet Earth. The fastest anybody's ever won it was in 90 days, and she hit it at the right time because she did it September, October, November. And I tell everybody they can substitute any flavor on there except the pumpkin and pumpkin pecan cheesecake because I think those are the best things that ever come out of here.
What kind of community activities do you support?
As a downtown business, the DDVB hosts certain events for the downtown merchants, and so we support the Rib Fest, the Chocolate Walk, and the Lilac Festival, which brings a lot of people into our store. Whether they buy or not, they at least come in here and get to see it, so that's a nice thing. When we're done at the end of the week, if we have any leftover cheesecake or cinnamon rolls, we donate those to the Path Center, and they are extremely appreciative of those, and they look very forward to when I come walking in on Monday mornings.
If you would like to stay current on what's going on with your business, how can they do that?
They can always find us on Facebook. I try to post 1 or 2 times a week and let people know what we're making. Like this week we'll have tiramisu and carrot cake. Some weeks we don't. And people love our chocolate chip cookies, so I put on there and then they fly out the door. I don't make them all the time. I find that making things limited makes people come in and get them, and I can control the sales of them more. And then I also eat less if they're not left over. And so we just put everything we can on Facebook.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
This is Reese Miller reporting for Defiance Digital Media Club. Thank you for coming on board as a charity event sponsor. What are your thoughts on this program?
I think it's a great program. I think what you're doing is great, spotlighting businesses and your charitable organizations like your churches, your Ys, things like that.
What other community activities do you support?
Oh gosh, we do a lot with the schools, Defiance, Bryan, Bowling Green, all the schools. Things they need, whether it be food type items or gift cards or financial donations. I'm sure you've even seen us in there serving up free ice cream to students for various events as well. So the schools are a big thing, both public and private. That's where our mainstay really is for donations as well.
Thank you for all you do for the community.
Not a problem, thanks.
Thank you for coming on board as a student sponsor. What are your thoughts on this program?
Well, I think this program is good for young students wanting to get into the media field, and then also it's good to support local businesses and get their name out there, and to be able to and charities and whatnot, to let the community know what else is going on.
What other community activities do you support?
Yes, I support the Rib Fest. We're there every year. Actually, we're the defending champions from last year, so hopefully we can get everybody to come out and support us this year at the Rib Fest. So we really enjoy doing that. This will actually be the 8th year. We actually did the Rib Fest before we even opened Sweetwater. When we were still in construction, we did our first Rib Fest, and it's something fun for a lot of our employees to go out and do, and it's a cool thing for the community, and there's tons of people and good music and just good food.
Thank you for all you do for the community.
No problem.
Thank you for coming on board as a student sponsor. What are your thoughts on this program?
I think it is a great program, okay? Again, anytime that you can get students out of the classroom and get them, I call it a higher learning or a more engaged learning atmosphere, either out in the business or out in the community, and get them involved in the community. And it really shows and will show off that Defiance really truly is a great place to live.
What other community activities do you support?
Here at the dealership, we have different people that support different things, and they are sponsored by the dealership. We have a person who goes to Rotary. We have another person involved in Zonta. We actually here at the store have 3 volunteer first responders for the Jewell Fire Department, and we also have 2 volunteer firemen for the Jewell Fire Department that come and go whenever they need to during the day.
Thank you for all you do for the community.
You are welcome, and the community is welcome.